Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Just been sitting here at the bench playing with these oil brushers that I just got. I'm very impressed. The first question I asked myself was, why didn't I start using oils sooner? I've watched a lot of videos lately, and a lot of guys that are they really can make things look good with the oils. I've got a long ways to go. So I'm just playing. This is not a tutorial at all. But let's go down to the bench and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing and give you kind of a quick understanding of what oil brushers are and what you do with them. Okay. Be right back. Okay. I've got 6 of these that one of my subscribers gave me. And once again, just want to tell that subscriber, thank you very much. These are so cool. They're made by Ammo, Mig Jimenez, or Jimenez. They're 10 milliliters. Okay, get on screen here with them. This one is Starship Filth, and it's meant to be, you know, for dirtying things up, weathering things. Let me see if I can get this camera a little bit more centered. There we go. Okay. These are a lot like a tube of mascara. Okay, they have a brush inside on a long stem, and they have a, I can't even describe it exactly. They have a little device inside here that kind of cleans the stem off a bit, so you don't end up with just a whole bunch of oil paint. Okay. And it has a little brush on the end. I'm not sure what the difference is between the oil brushers and the oil streakers. It may have to do with how thick the paint is. These do need to be shaken up. You can hear liquid in there. They're not nearly as thick as tube, the oil paints that come in the tube. The oil paints that come in the tube are extremely thick. And you've got to thin them before you use them. Okay, the one thing that you do need to have is odorless thinners. I bought this from Amazon, 500 milliliters. That'll probably last me years. But what I've done, I've got some spoons here that I've been playing with. Some of these have got paint on them already. Some of them I painted just with the oil. These can be used as a filter. They can be thinned, or you can paint them directly on and brush them out. It's amazing what you can do with them. I've just been playing this morning a little bit. As an example, this is a Vallejo acrylic, the metal paints, and in a aluminum. And I put the blue oil brusher on it, and you just barely go over it with a brush, and you can put a filter on it. So this would be, you know, you could use it for like an exhaust on a jet or an engine of any kind. It's not good to put these on like chrome, as I understand. Like I say, I'm still learning. But over acrylic paints, they work great. So basically what I did was I put a blue filter over aluminum. These take a long time to dry. Some colors, I think from the videos I've been watching, some colors dry quicker than others. But when you use them, you got to plan on, you know, putting them aside for at least a day. Some of them maybe longer. You might be able to use like a food dehydrator to speed that up, but I haven't experimented with that yet. I know that some guys out there have, but you know, the nice thing about this is that you can play with them forever. If you want to add more, you can just add more to it. If you want to take some away, you take a brush with just a tiny little bit of thinners, or some cases no thinners at all, and you know, you could take this off completely. You know, it's completely reversible. This is just the red over white plastic. No primer, no nothing in it. It's got a slight streak to it, but you know, a couple more coats, working at a little bit, would take that off completely. From the videos I've been watching, they say it's not really good to put it over shiny, clear, you know, new plastic. It's best to rough the surface up a little bit, which I did with a 1000 grit sanding sponge. So you'd have to be real careful about, you know, a model that had details, that you didn't sand it too much to take the details off. Once you prime, you know, your model with like acrylic primers, Vallejo. I did do play around a little bit. I'm not sure where I put it now. I played around a little bit with a brush or a spoon with Mr. Surfacer on it, and it didn't seem to affect it at all. Lacquer based. More experimenting is necessary, but that's, you know, that's painting a whole object with red. You know, you can paint it over something else, like say you had tail lights or something. You know, you could use this to paint your tail lights, or anything you could use any other red paint for. Or if you want to do like a red filter, you know, you can put this on and then you can work it to whatever level you want. This is the blue over just a white spoon. I didn't put it on very thick. You can see the brush marks in it. I'm not sure if you can or not, but it's really, you can push the paint around for hours. This I probably painted, I don't know, 30-40 minutes ago, and if you take a brush, you can still move the paint around. You know, and they said, the videos I've been watching, you know, you can paint it on and then take a real wide soft brush and go over it, and it kind of blends it. So I've got a lot of experimenting to do, but you can also do like oil or wood grains, where you put down like a light tan base, and then you go over it with a dark brown oil, and then use a wide like a fan type brush, and you can streak it and make it look like wood grain. I've got a couple here we'll experiment with. This is yellow. Okay, it covered very well. I was surprised that I put that on probably an hour ago and it's still wet. You know, so I could take this off completely, or I could go ahead and let it dry, or I could add another color on top of it and mix it in. Let's just go ahead and, here's some black. I'm just playing, okay? So here's some black. I'll shake it up real good. And we'll just put a couple of dots of black, like right there. Okay. And then we can blend it in. So I've got several brushes here. That's something I learned real quick. It's best to just wipe the brush off as opposed to actually putting it in the thinners, because the thinners stay in the brush a long time. So if you have very much thinner in your brush, then you just take the paint off. But you can go through here and you can, you know, you can spread it out and you can blend it. You can blend it to, you know, till there's like no tomorrow. You can do all kinds of things with it. I'm definitely going to buy some more of these. You know, these were given to me. Once again, I say thank you very, very much. But I'll be buying more. I think they have better than 50 colors. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but I put a dark, you know, black on one side and just yellow on the other. So there's a variation there. Let me get a light in here really close. See if you can see. that you can do all kinds of things with it. Now this brush has got a little bit of yellow in it, but I don't want to really put it in the thinners, because then next time I go to use it, it'll be, you know, it'll thin the paint out that I'm already doing. This is Starship Filth over white. I just put a real thin coat on, and you can see how it kind of ages things. This can be used as a, you know, as a wash. You can thin it enough to use it as a wash, and then if you don't like the result, you can just, you know, wipe it off, or you can add more to it and let it dry. This is not, you know, one of the disadvantages of like acrylic paints is they dry so fast that anything you do, you know, you're done. You know, you put it on, and you're lucky if you get it on before it dries. But with this, you got, you know, hours and hours that you can go back and play with things. This is just the black on a white spoon, no primer, no nothing. You know, once again, it's just kind of a dark filter. I did do some playing. This is a green spoon painted with Vallejo paint. I don't remember. Well, it's 71-118. I'd have to go look and see what color that is. But I took the white, and I just went over with the white, and it just kind of lightened it up just a little bit. Okay. This one here was a blue, and I put white on it, and it kind of lightened it up. And these are all still workable. I can add to it, or I can take away. This is a brown 71027 of Vallejo color, and you know, I just put a little bit of the black over it just to see kind of what it would look like. And there are some streaks in it, but you can go through and you can blend those streaks in. This has been on for quite some time. So you can blend those streaks in, or you can make them more pronounced if you want to. I've got a lot of learning to do. I've been watching an awful lot of videos. But anyway, this is olive drab. This is just Vallejo paint. 70967 olive green, or olive drab. Let's take some of the Starship Filth. Okay, shake it up real good. This is great for like, you know, aging things, making engines dirty, that kind of thing. And there's quite a bit of paint in these for, you know, I think they'll last for a long time. But you can just do a few dots. And then just very gently go over it. And you can add thinner if you want to, but you're still getting your green, you know, and you can just keep pushing it around to where you don't really see the paint at all. You know, no hard edge, but you can see how it aged it. So this side here is the green without any kind of you know, filter at all on it, and this is the side that's got the Starship filth on it. It just gives you all kinds of options, and there are so many colors. Like I say, I think the range is probably better than 50. And you can also do filters with different colors. My little doggy's here checking to see what I'm doing. What are you doing, huh? Yeah, he's begging for a treat. Hang on a minute. Let me get him a treat. Come on. Alright, he loves these things. Good and tasty. Probably not good for him, but man, does he love them. He's here begging for it. There you go, buddy. Okay. Alright. So you can put more than one color of dots on there. Let's do the let's see, the Starship Filth again. Just do like 3 or 4 dots. And let's do like a little bit of yellow. Okay. Basically what Ammo did was they took oil paints and they made it more convenient. A tube of oil paint would last you for years, and these will last a long time too. But with oil paints, you've got to take them out of the tube and you've got to put them on like cardboard and let the linseed oil kind of leach out of them first, and then you got to thin them or whatever you need to do to get the consistency you want, where these are pre-thinned. Now I could leave that sit there for an hour and then I could still come back and I could do what I want with it. We're just kind of putting I don't know if you guys can see this on camera or not, but it's giving it kind of a yellowish tinge. Okay, so you can mix and match colors. You could use, like if you were doing a tank or something, you could use a darker green and a white, or a lighter green, and let me turn that down, and and then you can do panels, sections of the tank, to give it a real variation to where it's not so monochrome. Okay. This side hasn't got anything on it, and this side has got the green or the yellow and the starship on it. Now what's cool, if you had acrylics and you didn't like that, it would be a mess. But you can take a little pipette with some thinners and come back and you can just take it all off. Okay, just bring it right back to where it was. If you thin it a little bit, it's kind of like a wash. If you thin it a bunch, and then you just take it off on a paper towel. Okay, that takes it right back to the original, with no no oils on it at all. Anyway, I got a lot of learning to do. I'm looking forward to now see, I still got thinners on my thumb. It takes forever for thinners to evaporate. So you got to be real careful with these, because you'll do your oil and you'll have it just the way you want it, and then you touch it and then you kind of messed it up, because it's gonna take a good day, sometimes maybe more than that, depending on how thick it is. But anyway, that's kind of the basic idea about what these do. I really, I kick myself for not trying these sooner, and I'm planning on spending a lot more time learning how they work. There's so many good videos out there from a lot of really great modelers. If you guys got tips for me, let me know. I know there's all kinds of techniques, and I'm looking forward to trying them all. Alrighty guys, well that's going to do it for now. Okay, I really appreciate you watching. Have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.